Earlier, you spoke about there's a new generation that's not going to listen to what we were told,
Yeah.
and they're fearless, and I kind of feel that way. How do we activate or educate them to
You
direct
can't.
that
You can't. You're
fearlessness?
a fool. I'm a fool.
Okay,
You can't. You can't.
but I mean to
No, no,
direct
no,
that
no. There you
energy.
go. I got to override your ignorance now. Hmm?
Okay,
I got a cousin, Muslim. I said, Merry Christmas. He said, man, I don't celebrate no whitey Christmas holiday. I said, brother, let me tell you, anytime you in America and Christmas fall on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, your bank closed, you celebrate. Hmm? Hmm? Okay, this is a game we play.
right.
I go to church and see my black minister, and right behind him is a white Jesus. I go to the Muslim church and I see my brother Elijah Muhammad, and right behind him is a white boy named Farad. I see the same thing. Hmm? Is that scary? I see the same thing. Hmm? The same thing. Oh, the Bible, man. I read it. I like certain parts of it. I like David, King David. Now, what I'm telling you now is not in Hustler magazine, it's in the Bible. David looked across the balcony and saw that man's wife and sent for her. This in the Bible. They just say words and get up, but he pleasured her. And he get her pregnant. You know the story. And he sends for her husband so she can get black. I learned that out of the Bible. They got shot. He said he didn't have nothing to do with me because while his men was down on the front line fighting, he didn't want pleasure. So David in the Bible killed her husband. Not Hustler magazine. My mother didn't know that King James was King of England. She just thought God sent him here to write this. She didn't know King James was such a weird, strange homosexual. He hated women so bad he killed his mother, and his lover was Buckingham Palace. His name was, his lover was Lord Buckingham, who Buckingham Palace is named after. Oh, come on, y'all. But where do you go? Where do it go, you know? And so one day, I knew a woman in Chicago, black woman. She's dead, but we went to Philly and killed all the white folks in the Four Seasons. If I made a call to her before the police got there, you wouldn't go to jail. That's who we are. Mother Gibson. We are shapeshifters, and the real white folks know that. Uncle Tom. When Harriet Beecher hung on Uncle Tom's cabin. She knew who it was. Do you know that book translated into plays, and never before in the history of the planet have as many companies went around the world doing that play? When it got to Saigon, the king of Saigon said, if I give you the money, would you do a musical? And they did a musical called The King and I. That's Uncle Tom's Cabin. One of the big hits on Hollywood, big, 2 years ago, was the Book of Mormons. That's Uncle Tom's Cabin. Ignorance is a bitch, ain't it? Huh? And when you break that little piece, you got so much more, but you just satisfied there and keep your mouth shut, and the others will come to you. People will come to you. People out here know.
So just to clarify, who shapeshifters being black man or
Shapeshifters? I used to hear old black folks say, there's some folks over there in Africa that white folks ain't never messed with and never will. They can turn into gorillas and animals. And I just thought that meant they were strong. I didn't know they could do that. You know how you can sound like a cat, sound like a dog? We also have the power to turn into them. But we so over here and violated the whole universe so bad, man. Hair. I think here black people are bad hair and good hair. No, wait, my mama said God made them Negroes with bad hair and good hair. See, hair didn't come from Sears and Roebuck. So you think you love God so much, you think God made bad hair? and made good hair. And you still like him? Hmm? No, your hair is to your body what a leaf is to a tree. And that whole process of photosynthesis. So when you cut it, I learned it because I spent some time on the Indian reservation fighting for some rights. Went to jail 9 months. And I noticed all the Indians in the tribe who never had haircuts. They didn't have mustache, beards, goatees, sidebars. The universal God said, you fool, but I'm so nice to you when you do that, I'm going to let it grow back. Some boy, you think you shaved this morning, this evening, you got to shave again. That's the God talking to you saying you're violating me. Now, if we cops, bulletproof vests won't keep us from getting shot, but it'll change the rhythm so we won't die. That's what nappy hair is. Because of your melanin, the sun cannot come in at the speed it comes in without running you crazy. So God twisted it so it got to go through them cars to slow up. Y'all coming in with these haircuts, and I know who you are when you come in. You don't know. Haircuts. It's a violation of God. So I know who I'm talking with. I know who I'm dealing with. I never would have got into this if we didn't go this way. That's what this is about. Why do you think when you take your son to the barber shop, they holler and cry? Why do you think when your wife comb your daughter's hair, they scream and holler? And when you really know who we are, is there is a God that say before I, your God, sit back and watch you reduce the dignity that I gave you for some white folks who you can get your rent paid and your hair and take care of you, because I will destroy you from the inside. And we are.
So where are we headed?
Heading?
Yeah.
It's over. It's over. You don't understand that because you got that mentality. You're not connected to that universal God. Right now, if I got it, kidney. Kidney dialysis machines. Black men is 4% of America's population. 4% of America's population. 82% of prostate cancer deaths is black men. And we don't take this camera and say, wait a minute, this is impossible. We got a country with almost 600 million people. And we, 4%. Black women, 6%. America's population. 98% of fibroid tumors is black women. It's your sister, your wife, your mother, and you don't have nothing to say, wait a minute, something ain't right about this. Something right about this. Why? Because you've been reduced down to that filth. 98% fibroid black women. The other next highest percent is Jewish women. What Jewish women, black women got nappy hair. See how it works? That's the game.
Connecting the dots here.
So if you go with your camera tomorrow to Philly and go by the dialysis machines, it's 90% black folk. What causes kidneys to break down? Fear, paranoia, anguish. Took me a long time to run somebody down. Was a Chinese scientist at the University of Chicago. Here's what caused it. Fear. You're scared of white folks, scared they're going to take my job. You know in your subconscious mind, a white boy can stop you leaving here and take your car, and there's a damn thing you can do about it. You can talk that black shit if you want to. Take your car. Condemn your house tonight and tell all y'all to get out. Tonight. You got a stop sign in front of your house. No black person can have that stop sign move. They can do it while y'all here and you go back to normal stop sign. Okay. That's who we live with, right? Fear, paranoia, and anguish. What cools us out? Awareness and gentleness. Awareness and gentleness. Liver. I used to hear the old folks when a black woman would die from cirrhosis. Oh, I didn't know she drank. 98% of people die from cirrhosis of the liver and never had a drink of alcohol in their life. What causes cirrhosis of the liver? Anger, rage, and depression. You got to be depressed in a system like this if you're not crazy. Go to a nut house and look at them, they're just so happy. That's what crazy is about. Not knowing. Not having to be responsible. They're just so happy. 90 years old. I had an aunt, 90 years old, looked like she was 15. Well, what cools the liver out? Kindness and balance. Look like if I just went to the black church. That's what they talk about. They don't know. More people in America die every year from lung cancer from grief than smoking cigarettes. And I used to hear them black folks, man, say she just grieving herself to death. She didn't know the breakdown, but you don't have to know the breakdown when you got that connection. Liver? Liver? Kindness and balance. Lung cancer. Grief. Sadness and shame. Shame on my hair, shame on my nose, shame on my lips. What cools it out? Courage, righteousness, love, and being lovable. I've been married 55 years because I told my wife we got married. My marriage was cool. I got her pregnant. So I didn't have to go through that mumbo-jumbo bullshit. I said, you love me, but if you want this to work, it's about can you be lovable? I love you, baby. If I can't have you, nobody can have you. Something like that. 79% of all married folks in America ends up in divorce. How long will it take you to know it ain't about? Love. Can you be lovable? Lovable. It's a rhythm. It's a rhythm. Your baby would turn around in the crib, you'd straighten them up, right? We all supposed to sleep with our head north. The babies know that. And old dumb us, we fuck them up so they fucked up before they get in grade school. In the bed. You know, they never turned all the way around the bed. Right here. You're never supposed to eat two things at one time. That's why when you give a child a hot dog, they take the hot dog off the bun, they don't eat the hot dog, they eat the bun. When you sit there and they eat the French fries by itself and fuck up, who are you? Ignorant motherfucker that is not recognized by the universal God. You part of it. Ain't no, well, I'm better than, no. The same God that made the Germans made the Jews. Not the church. The same God that made the slave master. What did I do to mess up? I'm over there taking God's body, putting bones in my nose and plates in my lip, and God said, okay, nigga, I'm gonna send you to the body mess up, and we still got a problem with our nose and our lips. That's how it works. So you can flush it out your genes. That's how it works. And so when you stop and think about where it's already gone. When a woman gets 9 months pregnant, the baby gonna fall if it means death to the mother and the child. And take you a poor, black, ignorant, uneducated woman and an uneducated white woman and take all the armies in the world when that water bag breaks, see if they can keep the baby in her. So when I found out what I had, I went out and said me a little prayer. No bullshit prayer. Hey, champ, if this is your son and he keeps sending messages to you through me, don't that bother you? So why God need to send a message through a preacher? You hear me? What's that about? And so when you stop and think about So I go talk to, hey, champ, I talk to God like I would my father. Hey, champ, boy, you really fucked up. Really fucked up. I know you're busy. I know you got a whole university to run and all that shit. My mama think you can do that, but I know you probably tired and this slip through. Let me tell you something, God. This is my prayer. It's a lot of niggas deserve cancer, but I'm not one of them. Now, if you need some help, I'll give you a list of 12 niggas. And if you want something close to the house, I can do that too. Then I looked in here. Said, cancer, this is my body. I didn't mess with you. I'm not going to let you mess with me. You got 72 hours to get out of here. And after that, I'm going to roll on you. I told you, he showed the thing, so he did it on the show. And 72 hours later, white Dr. Krishna called me and said, Dick Gregory, I heard you on the show, man. Joe Madison talking about, said, there's some water in El Salvador. We'll take care of that in 5 days. I went down 5 days, it's over. Come on. That's what's on this planet. Anything you got, that water will get rid of. That's simple. That's simple. But you got to be connected with the real one.
Whenever you're going to have the depiction of black and white sexual relations, they put in what I call the 3D effect.
White power is a very undeclared, silent, confident domination of the world in globalization terms. So they don't have to assert continually because we live in their dictionary.